Hello guys, how's it going? Hi Bullet, hi Rushdie.
Hello, David.
Hi, David.
Thank you for joining this session of BAP Redify, and we're gonna discuss BAP and Redify stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
Shall we get started from the very beginning?
Very beginning. The start was...
Well, like a year ago. When did it start?
For
Was it a year
Redify?
ago? Yeah.
I think we started it just a year ago, isn't it?
From the very beginning is I was born. But yeah, Redify started about 1 year ago.
Yeah, only 1 year.
Wow.
From just planning, I think we have the
Some brainstorming with
brainstorming a year ago. Because, you know why? Because we thought, now we have the BAP app. It's there. It's in the market. It's in many. It's delivered. It's in as many countries as possible. But how can we scale it? Well, we need to go and talk to the banks all over the world. It doesn't make sense. That's not anymore the way of doing business. Then I sat down with Bolat and said, okay, how about we build our own network? We said, oh, how about we use Ethereum or Polkadot, or we can use, maybe Bitcoin network. But then these type of platforms or technologies, they are very good, but they don't meet the regulatory requirements in as maximum countries as possible, and that's why banks they never launched any applications there. So the only way is to come up with a DeFi project that's regulated. And then we came up with the name of Redify, Regulated Decentralized Finance, because that will meet the requirement of central banks, financial institutions, and and from I think 12 months now, Bolat and the team launched it, and we are very grateful, and it's an amazing opportunity for us to scale without border. It's amazing to have your own destiny. You have control of what you want to do. Rather than going to each bank and
like rely on some other people, rely on other systems that might not align with your...
Yeah, and it costs a lot of money and time.
If I can imagine.
Yeah, so if you want a partnership with a bank somewhere, it takes 6 months to 1 year and a half. Wow. And sometimes it may fail at any given time. But then,
and then, so going back to like how Redify started. So basically, Redify started because we wanted to scale up BAP app.
Yeah.
So the BAP app was finalized. We wanted to make something more, but we were not allowed to do so. Or not allowed, but we probably faced a lot of challenges throughout all of that sort of like process. And then we realized, okay, Redify is what we need. We need our own network. We need our own platform.
Yeah. But it's also about users. Like if we, for example, use Ethereum instead of Redify, right? Redify is a huge investment of time and money, etc. But let's imagine we started on Ethereum. What would happen with bucks if we have to pay fees for using Ethereum? Why? What is the utility of bucks? There are no utility. Another thing is, how would you attract a financial institution and bank and say, okay, we built something on Ethereum, on public network that we have no control over.
Right.
Yeah,
okay, so it's more about privacy.
Is it a joke
as well?
or?
but then he's right. Before even we go to this point, Bolat, if you remember, yes, it has been 1 year, but this is the second time or second try, because we built it already 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And then we have to restart again because the structure wasn't, or the infrastructure wasn't, didn't meet the privacy natively, isn't it? And then we have to restart again. Imagine we build it once and then we have to.
We are building now it on Substrate, which is much more customizable. So Ethereum is basically you have it out of the box, you can use it, and you can adjust it, of course, but it's not as customizable as Substrate. Both deliver the same level of security, but with Ethereum you cannot play as much as with the Substrate. So we tried. It was a kind of MVP for us with Ethereum. We tried, we saw how it works, and then we chose Substrate to go forward because we can allow much more customization for the financial institutions when it comes to our own network.
Yeah,
compared to Ethereum.
The beauty of that is we already have a use case for it.
Yeah.
So layer 1 and 2 of Redify is not anymore a concept. We are integrating the BAP app. BAP app is integrated already with the UK payment system through Clearbank, and BAP app will be the first application to launch. And then, if you remember a few years ago when we said BAB, bank account-based blockchain, the market wasn't ready at the time.
Yeah,
the
we
market,
had a lot of backlash.
And then absolutely, remember?
Yeah, it was
the
crazy.
regulators, financial institutions, investors, they said, what do you mean by a bank account-based blockchain? That's impossible.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, maybe you're wrong at the same time, because we are building toward the future, not backward.
Doing it backwards, yeah.
Yeah, so
or not copying the same.
No copycat.
Yeah,
it's something
exactly.
that you are innovating toward the future. And now it's ready. Now we can say you can have a bank account-based blockchain.
Yeah, almost ready.
Almost ready.
A few more weeks.
yeah. And
It's so close that it feels like it's almost there, like it's already there.
It's in my app already.
Oh, you already have it?
Yeah, he downloaded. He didn't want to give it to me today. No rush.
Is that what you were showing earlier?
Until it works.
Is that what you were showing him earlier in secret like this? Okay, so that's what it is. Because I saw the message though. I saw like BAB on chain. I was like, what? What? BAB on chain?
And I told him, can I download it? No rush, not now. Let me test it before. I know you're gonna send it to X now. No. Yeah, Redify. Call Redify for BAB. Redify is like kind of a platform to expand and as we mentioned in the past, is to scale up something great. And the beauty of that is inclusive. It's not just for BAB. Maybe Bulat can expand more about how other financial institutions can participate in that.
Yeah, essentially any financial institution can use either L1 or L2. So they can connect directly to L1. They can connect directly to L2 without BAB, without anything. Or they can use our system to connect to L2 and have all features and all benefits of what we bring. So L1 is basically a public blockchain. L2, we are developing the second version of it with much more privacy. So financial institutions and users should not be worried about their balances and transactions exposed to the whole world. So imagine if you use Santander or any bank and everyone can audit your spendings. We give a choice. So in the BAB app or any other application connected to L2, users will be able to choose between privacy and publicity. So there will be, depending on the institution and design, of course, but essentially there could be a button that helps you to move your assets between private assets or public assets. If you want, if you are someone who wants to expose your net worth,
it's in your hand.
Public version.
My £5 in my bank account, they're gonna be exposed.
But also, don't forget to mention that Redify is a B2B business model, and BAB app is a person-to-person, it's P2P. Imagine that how much time we will save, how much money we will save, of course. And the beauty of that is users, they will have more options. It's not like before, we have only one bank or two banks. They can open, wallets in any bank, any financial institution. So the market will become much more competitive, inclusive, and Redify is, it's the platform to scale, definitely.
Seeing 8 years of journey, of track record, going from things on paper to actual reality, it's a we were talking about it earlier, Bulat, actually. It's a very rewarding experience, but also comes with a lot of challenges, no?
Absolutely.
And I think most of the people that sees what we post on social media or what we update them, we give them like these updates on a monthly newsletter. They only get to see the results, but they don't really get to see what's been happening in the background. So it's safe to say that BAB has been a successful project that we have been able to put out there, because we got over 100,000 users, and now we've got Redify, which is going to help us scale up even more, expand to more countries, and then we have the Euro accounts, which is the latest BAB development. But it's nice to also see that we haven't really stopped from our mission. We carry on trying to give financial services to the rest of the world and trying to be inclusive.
We are still focused. That's the beauty of it. We focused from day one. There is no deviation. We want to bring financial inclusion, in a global scale, and we will never stop until it's ready there. And we are getting there. Years of hard work, a small team, limited resources, by the way. We haven't been, let's say, funded with 100 millions. It's a very little money.
We might have had 100 millions.
Yeah, small team, focused team, driven, and everyone is ambitious. They feel part of the business, of the project, and we have this sense of contribution to the society. We believe that we want to bring more values than a quick app that will make you quick money. That's isolated.
Is that like a quick money scheme?
Type of thing. And we, you cannot imagine how difficult it was to just obtain, licenses from the FCA itself. It's like 18 months back and forth with them. But then the FCA realized that it's innovative and it's worth, giving BAB and Readify the opportunity to launch that project.
What's the potential? What do you guys could say about the potential? Because we already know, like the vision and the mission, we already know that we are fulfilling all of these core messages that we kept talking about from the very beginning with Babab. But what do you guys could say that is the potential? And I believe this is more like a question for Bullet. What do you think is the potential for the Readify platform? And what do you think it could be the applications? Because now we have on-chain money, and then we believe also that banks are going to be on-chain in the future. So how can we translate that into the potential for the project?
Well, imagine that every exchange that is present now on the crypto market, and every bank that wants to somehow try to grab a share of this market can use this platform. So Rust already mentioned about exchanges, right? Crypto exchanges, for example. There are lots of hassle between if you want to top up or withdraw some money from it. So you can use cards, etc. But imagine if you have a bank account in your exchange, and you can send money directly to your bank account in exchange and receive them there, and you can spend on crypto or convert it to any investment asset that you want. Also, when it comes to any financial institution or bank, if you can also offer their users to participate in the crypto market, that the potential is huge, in my opinion.
Absolutely, and also don't forget how many steps we removed from the user flow. As Bullet said, you want to top up your wallet in an exchange, you have to go through a card. Okay, the card is issued by Visa or MasterCard. Then you have the issuing bank, acquiring bank, payment gateways. They have a lot of middlemen. So if you wanna send, let's say today, £10 to an exchange like Bitstamp, for example, in the UK, you have to use your card. But the card is issued by a bank, and the bank has a merchant account, payment gateway, and these are middlemen that they get a cut from that transaction.
Yeah, it sounds like a hassle already by the explanation.
It's a lot. It's like when you go to Starbucks or Costa, and you feel when you tap, you feel, oh, that was easy. I bought a coffee for just one touch. But in reality, there are many steps behind that transactions. You have the card issuer, the bank issuer, the acquirer, the payment gateway, and Apple Pay. Then these guys take cut of that transaction, and doesn't make any sense. But now you have the bank account integrated directly to merchants, to exchanges. By the way, we're talking about the potential and how exciting is Readify, but what are the challenges? I mean, Bullet is the one who's talking to the devs every day. I want you to highlight what are the most difficult part of building such an amazing, network to life. Is it hiring? Is it the staff? Is it the technology itself? What it is?
Everything. So we discussed.
Everything is challenging.
It comes from you're building something that nobody built before. So first of all, you need to explain to developers.
You have to educate your own developers. It's true, because if it's copycat, then it's easy. He's gonna say, oh, by the way, look at this app. We want a copy of this. Done, you have it. But if it's a new concept, then he's right.
Yeah, so first of all, you need to explain to developers what you want, right? And it is easy from business logic perspective, from my perspective, because I work on it, right? But then when you try to explain it, sometimes they don't get it. So you need to explain it again and
Many
again
times,
and again.
yeah.
Then you need to find the right people who can work on this technology.
Yeah.
It should be right mindset. It should be right skill set, and also desire to build something that is disrupting, right? So hiring is also quite a challenge for us. And by the way, we work with brilliant developers and they are very skillful, right? But it's just something that, you know, the story about Indians, not from India, but
natives.
natives.
Okay.
When they saw some fleet, they couldn't understand what is it because they never saw the ships. So they watch the sea. And there is a ship, but they don't see it because in their brains there is no concept
of a ship. Okay. That's an interesting analogy, you know.
Yeah. So it's like for me the concept is simple, right? You just mirror, one balance in another. You just send, etc. But if you never worked on it, and if it's new to you, whatever brilliant you are, it's hard to understand. So you need to start working on it, and then you start working on it. Of course, there are some mistakes. I mean, it's normal, some errors. So you continue to work on it, and you continue to discuss, improve. That's life. And
but then the community or the public, they have to understand that it's like kind of a small team effort.
Yes.
We have no VCs behind us. We haven't raised that enough amount of money in order for us to really accelerate that. But even then, even if we have money, believe me, even if you have, let's say, 50 million, it doesn't matter because as Bulat said once, is you cannot get a child from 9 women in 1 month. Even if you have...
When did you say a child from 9 women?
Yeah, one baby from 9 women in 1 month.
Okay.
You have to wait.
What is these analogies, guys? Like, where'd you get these analogies from?
Because Rust was pressing me.
I told him, this has to be delivered this month. Rushed, you cannot get a baby from 9 women in 1 month. It has to be a month from 1 woman.
Yeah.
Or 9.
Or 9 child from 1 woman, but still a long time. Yeah, of course.
I told him, why not?
See me doing it. No, but it's really cool though. And it's very true that it has been a challenge as well because of the restrictions. I call it funding restrictions, could be team restrictions. But we're still pushing and we're still making something happen.
Don't forget, David. We have also regulators. We have to talk to them. We have to, explain to them how that works, why it's safe, why it's secure, why it's better for the economy. And then, fortunately, the regulators, they were very responsive, very cooperative.
Okay, nice.
That's they can see the potential of it. But then, as Bulat said, you have to, explain to them many times. And we have been back and forth with regulators like, sometimes every month we send feedback, they send emails, and this is only part of it. But then hiring is a problem, of course, is an issue. But we are lucky. At the same time, we are lucky to
have the people that we have. That's very true. We've got some really good, brilliant people in the team.
Yeah.
It's a whole brand that has been developed, and a lot of people has been resonated with it. The red, which is actually wanted to point out because we got the red background and you got the red hoodie and you got the red cap. Like it's.
Where's the bags? Where's the bags?
Where's the bags? But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see how much we have overcome and how far we have come up until this point. All right then, guys, thank you so much, and then I will see you in hopefully in the next podcast / interview / discussion table.
Absolutely,
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye bye.